Hey guys, Paul with Lost Ways Survival and Homestead. I'm out here working, putting up fence. There's some of the fence that we got. And the gate's back there. I've got about 70 foot put up. And I'm thinking, and it gives me time to reflect out here in the woods, and where we live is in the woods. And I have church out here more than I do other places. And Becky asked me, she said, "What are you gonna put in that fence?" Well, I'm making a little paddock. And we talked about on the homestead how we're wanting to be more self-sufficient, and I pray to God, and hey, God help us out. And I talk to God, and let us get more self-sufficient. Let us, supply more of our own stuff. And one of our biggest things is like, man, we use a lot of milk and a lot of cheese and butter and all that. And I told Becky, I said, I don't know. I think back, I heard Steve Harvey share a story one time about his old car in the driveway, and his mama told him he had to get that old car out the driveway and make ready for something new. And God's going to give you what you need, but you can't sit there and pray for something and ask God for something and not be ready for it. So I don't know what's going to go in this paddock, but I'm going to make it ready. And I know that God's going to provide what needs to go in this paddock. Right now I got about 70, about 70 feet put up out here working on it. But you got to make ready. You can't ask for something and not prepare. You can't ask God, hey, I need a good garden, but you don't plant no seeds. Hey, God, I need, help me be more self-sufficient, but I ain't got nowhere to put the animals if I get them. So what's it going to hurt to put up a fence back here and fence it in, have a paddock ready, have a run-in out there or a little shed, and wait and see what God's going to supply. That's pretty interesting to me. And I know, make ready and God's going to provide. Philippians 4:19. God, I'm paraphrasing because I didn't memorize it. But Philippians 4:19, God will provide all your needs from all his riches in Jesus Christ's name. He's going to provide everything you need. And this is just a step in the right direction for the homestead. Sitting out here next to the turkeys, and the ducks are over there. And it hit me, I have nothing to go in this paddock. This paddock will be done this weekend, hopefully. And I am not worried about it one bit, because I know what that tattoo says, Jehovah Jireh, which means God provides. It's on the back of my hand, so I remember that all the time when the struggle's real. But I can't wait to see what he's going to provide for over here. We're fencing in maybe a quarter of an acre of an area. But y'all stay tuned. Watch what God does. It's going to be interesting to see what the next animals are to come to the homestead. We've grown in leaps and bounds this year. We've grown in ducks. We've grown in pigs. We've got turkeys, more chickens, more ducks, guineas. So it's going to be interesting to see what he provides for out here. But as I end everything, y'all pray for us. We'll pray for you. And just remember, God's going to provide what you need. Don't ask for it and not make ready now. If you're asking for it, you got to make it ready. God will give you the oil, but you got to put it in the lamp. All right? All right. Y'all have a great day. Pray for us. We'll pray for you.